Okay, so we're just giving people a little time to come in. Make sure that you are smashing that notification bell. You can also share this live if you like, or tag a few people that you think this would be good for. And don't be shy, because this is a place to discuss things. You don't have to be a veteran to really have input, because I learn from people every day in the lives and in life. So this is not a place where if you're not seasoned, you can't speak up. This is a place to kind of get the discussion going, to kind of get the mind brewing, so we can all make money in the beauty industry, okay? And you can invite people or share with people who may not necessarily be nail techs, because this is anyone in the beauty industry or for an entrepreneur overall. So just sit back and we'll come on soon. Thanks for your support. This track is so funny to me. I just had to throw it in because the emotions be running high, honey. But I'm coming soon. Just hold on. Just giving people time to come on in. Get what you need to get. We're starting soon. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. But I am working off my phone because this was just something I came up with real fast. So here we go. Hi, I'm here. I'm here. I said, let me go live while I'm unpacking. Let me see. Are we doing this or are we not? I said, let me talk to people and see what's going on. I'm down here stocking my nail room because if you do this full time, then you know that this is a job. And even when you're not working, can you all hear me okay? Even when you are not working, sitting this stand down, you you are still working, like the work never stops. So can you all hear me okay? This is that little Five Below stand. It's a little crooked down here. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, so you can hear me. So I'm going to make sure that I'm talking loud enough because the washing machine and dryer is going, because I am washing linens and towels and all of this stuff, because you know I'm running everything, all 3 floors. So while I am unpacking, I want to ask you all, are we really doing this? Like, seriously. Hey, Mighty Minds, we got New York freestyles it all. We got Artina, hey. Lauren always say, hey girl. Call me Sally, hey. And y'all said, let me talk to them, because matter of fact, what I think I want to do is I'm gonna sit this down on the floor, because I'm gonna be working while I'm talking to you. Now, why is this crooked? I done bragged on this little Five Below thing, and now it's all crooked today. Okay, so I'm down here in my nail area, and I've been unpacking supplies, right? And how much do you think I had to spend? How much do you think I've spent up north yesterday shopping for nail supplies? I just want to see what people think. Like, and I know it's a lot of new nail techs in here, you know, and everybody wants designs. And I'm just like, okay, let's go into it for real. How much do you think I spent yesterday? Let's see. Please tell me. Here's a receipt here. And let me go up in my purse, and I'm gonna get the other 2 receipts, and I'm gonna tell you how much I spent. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm coming down now. Here I come. How much do you think I spent? I'm still bringing supplies in. So these are polish racks. So how much do you think I spent? Do tell. Do tell. What I'm gonna do is bring a little stool here. Bring my small stool. Let's talk about it. I got 1 receipt, 2 receipts, 3 receipts. New York Freestyles, it all says over 1,000. Call me Sally, 800 to 1,000. Mind and Mine said 1,250. How much did you spend where? At the nail supply store yesterday. Marissa said 1,500. Yep, the nail supply. Here are my receipts. And this wasn't even a major run. It was just some things that I needed to get. And what happens is, as a full-time nail tech, there can be, and I look rough today, you all forgive me, but there will be things that you need to get. But that doesn't stop. There are things that you may have to buy periodically. I know I look real rough. I'm tired. On top of your regular supplies. And when those things happen, you will realize that you need to be charging properly, you know? Washing machine is done. Yay. Okay. So you said knowing you on a regular is about 500 to 700, but now with all this inflation, about 8 to 1,000. Yeah. So, okay. And Lauren has good news. She's going to tell us in 1 second. We're going to celebrate. Let's look at this. The first receipt is $228. Second receipt is $141. Sorry, $141. Then this receipt is $48.50. And I am missing. Oh, here go a 4th receipt. I'm like, I know that's not right. So are you all adding that up? So far we are at 228, 53, 141, $285. I guess that's about right. So how much is that? So 285 and 228 right there. You already at like 4 something. Then you're at 550. We're gonna say 560 here. 560 plus another $53. So over $600 spent yesterday. And this was just a regular run. But what happened was there are things that I needed. There are 2 major things that I needed to get. So this is the type of money that you spend as a nail tech. But let's go to this right here. We have Lauren's good news. Lauren said, I'm coming back into the nail industry next week. Yes, it's really hard sometimes to stay in and stay out, but congratulations. Congratulations, you are coming back. Yes, and that's the thing. It's like when we coming in and out of the industry, it can be frustrating. It can be hard sometimes. It's like you have to have a game plan when you come back in. You have to look and see what went wrong. What could I do better? You know, was it the location? Was it me? You know, was it the wrong type of clientele? You know, like, was it my products? Was it what was it? Was it me? Was it the place? What was going on? So you don't keep making the same mistakes, because some people don't sit back and look at it and they just become salon hoppers and start hopping all around, never really fully build a clientele and make this a full career. So congratulations, coming back in. Yes, yes, yes. Boop. Okay, so I'm not going to hold you all too long. I may come back in later because I am kind of in the middle of working. Lauren says she has a whole new set of eyes coming back. And that's the thing. It's like once you really do your work, your reflection and all that, you have a strategy coming back. Like you come back harder, you're more excited about it because you know better, so you do better, sort of thing, you know? So that's great. So let me tell you what made this, and I've spent more than that. If you watch this channel, I've spent way more than that. This is garbage. So I had already started like working down here. But the one thing that I needed to get is a paraffin machine, because I'm just going to show you all real quick. Like, this is my newer nail room. So, like, I needed a paraffin machine. So I'm going to start upgrading my pedicures. Let me turn on the light. Okay. So this right here is going to be where they choose which pedicure they want. And as you can see, I have that little shelf I found at Hobby Lobby. And so I want to have like paraffin again, because I haven't had it recently, because I just didn't have the setup to give. I just feel like if I'm going to upgrade people, I wanted them to be in a comfortable setting. And so now, since I have the professional, the most professional setting that I really wanted, I'm going to upgrade. And then I got hot stones and stuff. I got a steamer, all that stuff. So when you have to go in and buy bigger ticket items, it jacks it up. Now, what are some other things that a lot of nail techs may not be thinking about that they should be thinking about? I'm just going to put the towels in, dryer. But what are some of the things that we should be thinking about as nail techs, as beauty professionals, things that we will have to buy on top of designs, and acrylic and all that stuff? What are some things that you will have to replace? Let's just think about this. What is it? What are some things that big ticket items that you will have to replace at least once a year, every 2 years, something like that? And it's important. What are these things? Can you please tell me? And it's really helping people who may be newer. So let's help them out. Okay, so what is it? What are some of the things that as a beauty professional, you will have to replace ever so often? Because they just don't last forever. Everything doesn't last forever. So what are some of those things? Come on, let's help out our new people. That's why I'm saying beauty pros, because it's pretty much across the board. It's pretty much across the board. I got a multitask. Y'all know I'm a multitasker. Just cutting on this dryer. We'll do. I don't like all this high-tech stuff. I like regular stuff. Like, seriously. High-tech stuff have so many sensors on it. And let a sensor be off. And the whole thing don't want to work. But anyway, let's go back to what somebody said. Welcome, Lauren. Lauren, back in full effect. Yeah, come on back in. I think I'm coming to Atlanta in like 2 weeks. I may come there for New Year's Eve. I'm thinking about it, Christmas and New Year's Eve. So Lauren said lamps, e-files, maybe a table if it's raggedy, maybe a ring light, phone, clients, lamps, e-files, bits if they are bad. Yeah. So here's the thing. You all said it. Things like that you will have to replace. And that's something that a lot of nail techs kind of sleep on. We cannot keep using the same lamp year after year after year, especially if you bought a cheap lamp, like a cheaper lamp. You have to make sure that you are replacing it frequently, because while you think it's working, it may not be working as strong as it should be working. And then you're going to have problems with people chipping faster, lifting faster, different things like that. And if that starts to happen on a regular basis, then you need to probably replace your lamp. If it's a cheaper lamp, I would say 8 months to a year, you should be definitely replacing it. And if you have a more expensive lamp, like a gelish lamp or something, $200 or whatever, then maybe you can get away with 2 years. But you should always keep your eye on it. And I just noticed that I think it's time for me to get a new lamp, because I can be very heavy duty working, up to upwards, when I was really heavy duty, up to 9 to 11 people, services. I'm going to say, in terms of services, I could be doing over a dozen services in a day. So when you're using your lamps that much and your drill that much, you do not want to be stuck in a situation where one day it just goes out on you. And that has happened to me. That's a newbie mistake, to only have one of your main items. You got to always have your backup. And so what you should do is, when you feel like it's been some time and you have some extra money, you should go and invest in a backup, well, a new lamp, a new drill, and have at least two. I usually try to have 2 to 3 at all times. Like right now, I have 3 lamps and 3 drills. Now, the other 2 lamps and drills, I would hate to use them because I don't like them anymore and they're not that strong. But if I had an emergency, I could go grab it. And that has happened to me, where I have been in the middle of my day, a busy book day, and my darn drill, the handle just went out, or the motor just went out in the middle of the day. Or with the lamp, out of nowhere starts to blink, 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 and it's not even curing anymore. It's just acting really strange and shorting. And you do not want your lamp shorting while you're doing someone's nails, because depending on what you're doing, it can actually mess up the gel polish. If it's like flickering, it will make the polish wrinkle. So you always need to have backups. And when you notice that your stuff may be becoming a little worn, you need to jump on it immediately and get a new one. Don't wait and not have anything like that. That's going to put you in a situation. Okay. So you said, could you talk about how to find a salon to work in? It seems like no one in my area is hiring for nail techs. I'm having a hard time and I don't want to rent a suite with no clientele. Okay. So I have videos about that. I don't know if anyone can. I didn't realize I had this many videos, you guys. I have over right at 200 videos. I didn't know that, but short answer, sometimes you have to create an opportunity. And I've said this before, you can go in and just kind of, you look around at different places, different salons, depending on what you do. Like if you do acrylic and they don't have or never had a nail tech, it's going to be a harder sell to convince someone to let you come in there with those fumes. But if you do more natural nails, and this is why I tell you all, don't sleep on natural nails, because it makes you more flexible. But if you do natural nails, you're not dealing with those fumes, you could easily go into a lot of different spaces and set up a lot. Like you can even go into a barber shop. Did you ever think about a barber shop? Just saying. A lot of times barbers, the men are just more relaxed and they may not care. They may try it out as long as you don't have a lot of drama and riffraff and all. It just depends on the salon, because the drama could be in the salon. But don't count out barbershops is what I'm saying. Another one may be a place that does like waxing or something like that. You may be able to partner with them. It doesn't necessarily have to be a full-fledged salon, or doesn't necessarily have to be a hair salon. You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And I do not suggest that people go out and rent a suite. I talked about that in my last video. I think it's called Out of Order. You do not want to go renting a suite and putting yourself in all that financial strain on yourself with no clientele. That would be putting the tail before the head. So just look into that. Have you looked on Craigslist for salons? Even if they may not say they want a, you got to get creative. Like, you know, I tell people all the time, people get upset with me, but I'm like, you have to be, this is just real talk. So like when you're an entrepreneur, I was working with someone and she's like, well, you didn't tell me that. And you didn't tell me this. And you didn't tell me that. And you didn't tell me I had to do this. And I'm like, some things as an entrepreneur, you really have to have a creative spirit and a critical thinking mind, because there are no answers. Like literally a lot of things we just come up with, we just have to think outside the box. So with that being said, even looking on Craigslist, if I were in your situation, even if I would just see who's hiring for beauty professionals, period, and I would reach out to those people, because if they're reaching out and you constantly see a listing saying they're looking for people, they're looking for people, they're looking for people, you have to think like, you know what? That is a person who needs to fill their booth and they need money because they have overhead too. So they may be open to another type of person. They may have been looking for a sixth hairstylist, but hell, they need money. And if they've been posting saying they need stylists, needed stylists, needed stylists, needed for 4 months. Oh, it's not back here. Stylists needed for 4 months, then they probably at that point, you might catch them at the right time and they're open to a nail tech, you know? So those are just my thoughts on you. You're going to have to probably think outside the box and get a little creative, and don't forget your barbershops as well. Okay. So that's my answer to that. And what did I have to buy? My 2 big ticket items were this paraffin bath. I had to buy a whole new paraffin bath, you all, because I bought another one. And I was saying it earlier. I bought one off of Amazon. I know I look bad. I bought one off of Amazon and plugged it up, and something told me, I was just cleaning up like I'm doing right now and restocking stuff, because I can be down here an hour or two just restocking stuff. The thing started smoking. Like it was so much smoke coming out of this room. It was like about to catch fire. So you have to be careful too buying stuff that's cheaper, because cheaper is not always better. Okay. Because had I just plugged that thing in and walked away, that could have set the place on fire. So I will tell you too, anytime you have new electronics, I always try to stick close to them, be around them for a minute, make sure they're working properly. Like just keep an eye on it, because that paraffin machine was about to catch fire. Like I sent it back. And so I'll just say, you know what? Go to the nail supply store and buy one, because that's you're gonna get a good one. So I ended up getting this Gigi one, and it's really big. It's big enough for you to put your whole hand in, which I would never do. But I wanted to make sure I was getting something good. The other higher ticket item that I ended up getting was, like I talked about earlier, a new lamp. And the iGel Beauty Hybrid Pro 2 seems to be a really good one. It is rechargeable and all of that. And that's what I will never buy a plugged in lamp ever again. I need something that I can move around the room. So this will become my main gel machine. And then the one that I'm using now is the gelish one. So I'm going to move the gelish one over to my pedicure station. And then this will be my main one. Then I have a third one. Actually, I have 4 lamps. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 lamps now. So yeah, I'm just going to switch them around. Switch them around. I want one good one at the pedicure station with a backup. Then I'll have, 2 here, because when I'm doing hands, I'll have one in this hand and then I have a shelf. And I'll be like, put this one under there, especially with stones and stuff. So you want to stay stocked up, more than stocked up when it comes to your electronics. Do not, skip on investing in your business and getting caught in a bad situation when you're busy. because I promise you it's going to happen right when you're busy. Right when you're busy, your lamp is going to go out. Right when you're busy, your drill is going to go out. And that has happened to me. Matter of fact, I need to order another drill. I have backup drills, but they are terrible. They're like extreme emergency. So I said, I'm going to have to wait a week or two, but I'm going to order another drill too. Chairs. Marissa said it. Chairs is another thing. Your chairs will break down on you. Maybe not your chair, but your client chair. Like I just bought that a new client chair last year, and I still feel like I want to get another one because it was just like a cheapie. I spent more money on it, but it was just thin. You know, it's kind of flimsy. So I put pads in there. You can see it right there in the corner. I put pads in there, but it's still like flimsy to me. So I want to replace it, but right now it'll do. So I guess what I'm saying as a beauty professional, you have to keep taking inventory, not of, not only of your polishes and things, but your big ticket items and just overall maintenance of your space. Tracy from Young Nails says she will replace her bits weekly when she used to do nails because she was so booked. Yeah, and if you are really, really, really getting busy, you're putting more wear and tear on your stuff. So you have to invest more money. So yeah, and your implements. That's another thing. I bought more implements. I already took them out, but I bought more implements today. Every time, like not every visit, but every other visit, I buy me a set of implements. Not necessarily nail clippers because I have a lot of those, but you always have to buy new pushers and nippers. One of the big mistakes that nail techs make too, especially if you are a natural nail care artist, you cannot afford to have dull nippers. You cannot afford to have dull nippers. I don't know how you're doing a precise job with dull nippers. You can't. And so you have to constantly keep an eye. Now, that was great that you said that because nippers cost money. Good nippers cost money. So if you can't afford to go out and buy, we should have at least, if you're just getting started out, you should have at least 3 sets. But if you are a professional and this is what you do for a living and you're doing a lot of natural nails, you need to be having 5 and 6 sets and really more. And you're going to be swapping those out because you'll know when they get dull. You need a sharp pair of nippers, and even your pusher. Let's not sleep on the pusher too, because a pusher loses its sharpness as well. Right up in here, it can get dull as well. And you'll know because you'll be like trying to push back somebody's cuticles that are tough and it's not grabbing. And so you constantly have to push in the same spot. That's because your edge is the blade. It's not a blade, but it's darn near a blade. And so when that gets dull, you'll take longer trying to push back cuticles. You'll take longer trying to trim cuticles. Okay, let's talk about other things that you're going to constantly be replacing. So you need to always keep these in rotation, new ones. Okay, every other visit I try to buy a set because I just do. I wanted more daughters because I needed more daughters, so I didn't have the larger ones, so I just got different daughters. And this is something else that no, Phil. This is something else that you always will be replacing. You should be replacing, and a lot of us are not replacing it probably. And if you do replace this, you will notice that your work becomes easier instantly. Instantly. This right here, a cleanup brush. We have to keep buying cleanup brushes because I noticed some nail techs will sit there and use the same frayed up darn cleanup brush forever. And I was one of those nail techs for many years. And I don't know why I was just so stuck on the same cleanup brush. And it would be so bushy at the end and everything. And I would look at other nail techs with their crisp new cleanup brushes and they would have 3 and 4 and 5 of them. And I'm like, I like this one. This one's mine. No, because once I did that, it made my job faster and cleaner, like less effort. So certain things you have to keep investing in. And those items add up because even the cleanup, the nipper and the pusher, you're already at like $30-$40, depending on what brand you get. You're already at like close to $40 just replacing that one thing. Right? And it's an investment. It is an investment all the way around. And Lauren said also check Facebook Marketplace. That's a good one. Yep. When I worked at the salon, I was at, those chairs were so raggedy. Yes. And those things matter. So I'm trying to keep up my appearance here in this new space. This right here is like the reception area. So this is why you see supplies and stuff everywhere. See, I'm dirty towels, clean towels. I had to buy new polish racks. Those are new polish racks. New paraffin machine. I bought flip-flops. You see that? Sometimes people forget their shoes and they don't want to mess up their polish. So I have flip-flops for retail. You should be buying those because that's quick, easy money. We get a professional price on that. This is my retail area right here. Well, I sell my scrubs. I sell, a lot of different things. So put that down. I have candy right there, all those different things. So where was I? I'm all over the place, but it's like beyond what most nail techs think they're going to the supply store for. I want you to realize there are a lot of things that you should be investing in quarterly, yearly, semi-annually, that's going to keep your business on point and it's going to keep you efficient. And the more efficient you are, the more people you can fit into your books. The faster you are, the more money you can make because you can fit more people in. The better you become, you can charge more money. Yep. Been here, misery up. Yeah, you do not want to be caught up with old stuff. And I was that nail tech who will always sit there and be using the same old stuff until the wheels fall off. And when I started, I'm not even going to say being cheap. Well, some of it was being cheap, I'm going to be honest, but some of it was just being stuck in my ways, like stuck in the familiar. I was actually in a lot of little ways making my job harder. And I've come out of that in the past 3 years. And so my job is much easier. And this is another thing I invested in, a gel lifter. I said, you know what? I've been looking at this every time I go to the supply store and I never buy one. So I went ahead and just bought one because I'm forever removing gel because I do a lot of natural nails. So I said, you know what, Tanisha, buy this and see if it's going to make your job faster because I'm all about trying to get people in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So if I want to put more people in, I can. Okay. I want to get a second drill just in case because my backup drill is trash. Exactly. I have a backup drill and right now I don't even know where it is. Now that I've moved here, it's somewhere down here, but I'm like, I'm going to get another good backup drill. So when this one goes out, I can just pull it out. And matter of fact, what I'm going to do with that one is just already have it ready to go, like plugged in. I've tested and everything, and it's just sitting off to the side. Yep. LED heat sanitizer machines. Well, I don't use those. I like to use old-fashioned barbicide. And I'm going to tell you, see, a lot of those machines say sterilizing machines, and that's really misleading because sterilization, as we all know, as licensed professionals, that sterilization is only really possible in a hospital environment because the entire area has to be sterilized. And, it's just kind of more for show. And I just find that for me, that's like a money I don't even want to spend because good old barbicide, that's virucidal, tuberculocidal, and takes care of the bacteria, the virus, and the blood and all that. You could buy a big gallon of that and it'll last you for months and months, for under $20. So it's just like, I get it. But if that's what you use, then yeah, those things go weak as well. So I don't know if that's what you were saying. I'm sorry. Those things go weak as well. Those lights go dull. But don't go buying a whole new machine. What you can do is buy replacement bulbs. And a lot of people don't know that. They'll just throw it away. Just buy the replacement bulbs. Lauren's so excited. Yay. Missing you, binging on your videos. I'm back. I'm coming back. I promise you. I am back. Gloves and paper towels. And that's the thing. I'm looking around now. Let me tell you what I bought today. Not today, but yesterday. This is how much cotton I buy. I talked about this in my last video, how you all will buy all these colors and colors and colors and colors and glitter and glitter and glitter and glitter and glitter and glitter, and will buy the tiniest little thing of the stuff that you should be stocking up on. That is counterproductive for you to see a profit. You see this big old thing of cotton? This is how I buy my cotton. Okay? So I only have to worry about buying cotton like maybe once a year versus you all buying cotton every time you go in the Dollar Tree. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Because if you keep doing that, at the end of the year, you done bought, especially if you get busy, you done spent $50 on cotton balls and don't even realize it. When you could have bought this big old darn stupid bag of cotton, do you know how much cotton is in here? How much do you think I paid for this? I just want to show you all why I say you should be buying in bulk. How much do you think I paid, just curious, for this big old bag of cotton. I'm curious to see what people think. Mighty Mindset 20. Yep, bulk is where it's at. Where do you get the cotton? Oh my God, at the professional beauty supply store. You have to ask for these sort of things. They're in the back. They're not going to put this on the shelf. Just ask for it. And this is actually the smallest box they had. This was in a box. Okay, I just took it out the box because I try to reduce bulkiness and places for bugs to hide because I am in the basement. So I can keep this like this and kind of keep an eye on it that nothing is getting in here. But this is the smallest box, and it was $15. $15. Now, when I had my big salon, I would buy big boxes. The boxes would sit this high off the ground. And for those big boxes, I want to say I paid like $45 for the big box. And I will only buy cotton once a year or once every 8 months or something for a whole entire 6-person salon. Well, 12 station. I had 12 stations. So we're going to say 12. Is that a spider? 12 station salon. So that's how you save money. I'm just giving you an example of how you can save money buying in bulk. Things that like that. My cuticle remover. I buy cuticle remover. I love Blue Cross, as you all know. I buy that in bulk. I try to buy a case of that at a time. You just buy it and get it out the way. You know, things like that. If you're going to get in this business, start building your inventory. I'm just seeing here. Right? I forgot how much this is. I forgot. The box is out in the hallway. But you just ask for it at the nail supply. Sally Beauty Supply sells it too, but it's going to be way higher. But I buy it at the nail supply. And this is the smallest one. Ugh. Here's another thing I try to buy in bulk if I can, is because my people are really, really particular about this. Candy. All this is candy, and this bag is just one of the bags. I have big bags of candy. I'm always buying bulk amounts of candy. So, you know, all of that, I did a video on that, breaking that down, how much I even spend on candy per month. If once you really get into this and you get a certain clientele going, and, you know, you charging what you're supposed to be charging, there's a lot of overhead that you have to keep on top of on besides the zoins and glitter and polishes and all you know, all that stuff. So let me finish opening this. Oh, I had to buy, what is that? A towel warmer, but I bought that last month. So it's like every month, every 2 months, what you should be doing is investing into stocking up your business. If you can't do it right away, I get it. But every month you should have a plan, or every other month, or when you had a good week or good 2 weeks, you should be reinvesting it right back into your business. Here's another thing. These are the plastic bags to go with the paraffin machine. You get it? So that's an investment. Instead of buying a few little bags, they give you like 10 bags in there. Most people will be like, well, it comes with bags. No, it comes with 10 bags. Like, no, you have to think like a boss. Stock up and buy this. This was $8, you all. $7.95. So why would you just depend on these little ones they give you in the box? Just buy it and get it out the way, you know? Buy it and get it out the way. Get it out the way. Gloves. I told you all how much gloves cost. I had to buy some gloves, and I usually try to buy bulk gloves, but they have been so expensive. I only bought one. What happened is I've become friends with them up there at the nail supply. They respect me finally after all these years as one of their peers. So he actually gave me some more gloves for free. He gave me one of the sample boxes because I was acting real needy. So he was like, you could have this box, and he just threw it in there. He threw some other stuff in there or whatever, because they know that I'm a real career nail tech. So he was like, I just kept saying, oh my God, the gloves are so expensive. They're like triple the price. He's like, I know, right? And I'm like, oh my God, I could just get one box today. And then I saw a whole bunch of sample boxes on the floor. I said, what are you going to do with those? Can you sell those to me on a discount? He's like, I'll just give you some, because they were just samples, like boxes of samples sitting on the floor. Look, I'm a businesswoman. I'm always trying to find ways, and that's what you do as a business person. You have to think outside the box on ways to save money so you can increase your profit. It's not even, sometimes it's just being creative. You have to sometimes be creative and think out the box. So I ended up getting a free box of gloves. Now, for some people, that's not a big deal. But for me, it's how many gloves? 100 gloves in there. So that's 50 pedicures or so, depending on how I do it. But this box, the way I look at it as a business person, if I use one set per person, this is 50 pedicures. 50. That's how you got to look at it. How much can you make off 50? They gave this to me for free. Let me keep going. Okay, so that's empty. Then I got polish racks. I had to get 2 new polish racks because I'm running out of space for polish. And one of my polish racks actually fell off the wall because I was trying to be frugal and save a polish rack that I knew did not make it through the move. You see it? See that polish rack right there? It fell off the wall and broke some of my polishes. So, and then this one down here is breaking too. So that's another investment. When I replace that one today, I got to come back in and still buy another one right here, right? And then if you look at this wall right here, I have a lot of polish and I'm running out of space, right? So I still have to buy. Let me see something. Okay, so I can't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around and show you as well. You all, I'm going to mail something. I'm going to mail something to the person who gets this correct. What is something that a nail tech has to buy regardless? Every nail tech has to constantly buy this regardless. And it's something that we have not talked about. The first person who comes up in the comments with the correct answer, I will mail something to you. Not quite seeing the answer yet. We know we have those supplies. Those are more supplies, but this is something that we have to get continuously that most people don't think about. And I don't think all of us are doing it. Actually, it's hurting our business. We're going to do another run on this. Let me see the answer. Okay, I still do not see the answer. Core acrylics, acetone, towels. These are answers, but this is not quite, to me, those are just like regular supplies. But this is something that some nail techs don't do. And for us in our business, it's imperative that we do this. We must do it. All of us don't do it because we're not budgeting properly for it. We have to budget properly for this. We have to budget properly for this because this is what sets you apart from other nail techs. This is what sets you apart from other nail techs. This one thing that you have to constantly invest in. I'm going to go one more time and then I'm just going to say the answer. I don't see the answers, so maybe next time. These are all good answers, but they're more of supplies, right? More supplies. And you see the designs cape. That's the one I wear every day. And as you can see, let me just dust it off. It's still in perfect condition. I've had this, how many? Since I first designed it, I ordered myself one. You see, it's still, I wash it, everything. Matter of fact, I'm about to put it in with the towels. But you see, it's still shiny. It's still in great condition. Everything. It's been washed a million times. See how bright that is? That is available for sale on Chicago Beauty Stores, along with a lot of other designs. I'm about to wash it with the towels. Okay. So I did not get the answer that I was looking for. Womp, womp, womp. Not saying your answers are wrong, but this is something that a lot of us, I don't think, are really doing, which we should be doing. And that is... Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. You should always, as a nail tech, be keeping up with the latest season of colors. The latest season of colors. The latest season of colors is important. It is very important. Look at all these new colors. Did you know that D&D just came out with a whole new collection for fall? And so for those of you all who don't have that much money, you know, D&D is very inexpensive and it's perfect for acrylics. It's durable for acrylics. It's the perfect thing for acrylics. But a lot of us nail techs, what we're doing is we're running out and we just buy a few colors that we personally like. Okay. But what you should be doing as a nail tech, especially with your clientele, when your client walks in the door, let me tell you something. My clients are used to something. I'm going to tell you right now, if they walk in the door, this is what they see. I'm going to say, hey, okay, girl, what's going on? Da, 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 da. And they'll be like, hey, what's going on? And a lot of them, they already know, girl, so what's new? Because I always have a shelf that's new. Right now, my most current shelf is this right here. These are all new. And so while I'm prepping everything and they're taking off their coat, I'll be like, this shelf right here is new, girl. Those are all new. This one right here has been super popular. This one right here, everybody's been picking this one. And for some reason, I never buy shimmers, but I've been getting more into buying shimmers. This has been my most popular colors. So color. So that's what I've been pointing out to clients. That's part of the experience. When people come to you, they want to know what's new, what's hot. Even if you buy 2 or 3 new colors, if you just throw them in with everything else, you are doing your business a disservice. You are not looking like you keep up with the trends. If you are a person who's buying polishes and buying the new fall colors or the new whole collection of something, you need to be pointing that out to your clients, because then you look like you're keeping them on trend. Did you get that? Did it go over your head? Did you catch what I'm dropping? You have to let your clients know that you're up on the trends and that you're keeping them on trend. If you buy a couple of colors and you just throw them up on the wall, you're doing it wrong. I always have a rack. This is the new rack. And I always point it out to every person. These are new too. So actually, these 2 racks are new. These are new. Everybody's been picking this lately, girl. I'm surprised, but they have really been picking this one lately. Yeah, and I got a couple of new glitters. So I have a section. So when my clients come in, they are already looking to see what's new, because they want to have the newest color. You know how this is. This is the beauty industry. We have to think outside the box and be creative and make sure that we're setting ourselves apart from the competition. Okay? And it's not easy. And I'm going to show you something real quick in my office filming space that I have not put together yet. But this is a sign that I have up on the wall. Why am I looking around? Because I'm in the basement and I hate being in the basement so much. I got to get over it. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a person who is up late working 100 hours for themselves to avoid working 40 hours for someone else. This takes work. This takes time to build. And so we have to constantly stay on it, and keeping up with those color trends is super important. And I think that's something we sleep on. I'm constantly buying polish racks. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. turn around here. 9, 10, that's a big one. 11, that's a big one. 12, that's a big one. It fell, and I've already replaced it. And then I bought another smaller one. So when it's all said and done, I'll have 13 polish racks. 13 polish racks, okay? That is the type of investing that we have to do. So, not that your answers were wrong, but this is just something that I think we're kind of sleeping on an opportunity with, okay? Something we may be sleeping on an opportunity with. You like the workspace? Thank you. This is new. I've only been here like 2 months. 2 months. That's like a little bit of waxing, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, you all did say everything but the polish. I was like, yeah, those are all supplies. But people sometimes forget that this is an ongoing thing too that we have to keep up on, because D&D has a whole new collection, you all. That's why I turned on the ring light. Like, I believe this brown is new. This, even though it's winter, I got a new yellow because people are going on vacation. I got, I think, 13 new colors. This right here is like a green gray. Just a lot of nudes, This was gorgeous. This is new, I think. You know, and I always try to get a new glitter because I have people that wear just glitter. So I always try to get some type of glitter, and I've been going back into shimmers because you are supposed to be watching trends. And if you look at trends are going back into shimmer polishes, just like they did with the lip. Everybody was wearing a matte lip, right? And now if you look at lips, people are going more back into the glossy lip. We have to pay attention to stuff like that. And we have to point it out that we are keeping on top of stuff like that for them. And that's how you keep a person. This is one of the little tips and tricks that you will never lose a client if they know that they can trust you to keep them on point. I thought this right here was gorgeous. It looks like a red to you all, but this is like the reddest, orangiest red ever. You probably can't see it. This right here was just a bomb color. I'm not saying it's new, but some of these are new. Like this is new. That's new. It's like 60% of these colors are new. I don't know if this one is new, but yeah. Yes, of course. How many do you suggest buying each time, and which brands? Thank you. Okay, so when I say that, I don't go buying new collections all the time. What I'm saying is seasonal. That's something that we have to invest in. So I talked about things you have to buy yearly, quarterly, semi-annually. But when it comes to collections and just even if it's not a new collection out, when summer hits, by rule of thumb, when summer hits, when spring hits, fall, winter, you should always go and have in your head, on top of my regular, you have your regular supplies, but then you have the big ticket items that you're investing in, your longer term assets, right? And then you have this. So this right here is just something that we have to remember, like, oh, I need to get some new fall colors. I need to get some new summer colors. So right now, nail tech should definitely have fall colors. If you don't have much money, that's why I said do D&D, because it's very inexpensive. And even if you just went and bought 5 or 6, you can spend at least $50 because you want to point out that you are staying on trend. And whenever I do go to the nail supply, it's just me. Anytime I go to the nail supply, I'm always going to buy at least 5 colors. But I was doing a seasonal stock when I went, on top of buying these bigger ticket items. So I ended up buying this many. But even if I normally might always get at least 5 new colors, but I could get even more than this. Like if I really wanted to go in, if I didn't have to buy the bigger ticket items, I probably would have like 30 or 40 colors new, and buy a new polish rack. I'm constantly buying new polish racks. So yeah. So seasonal, that is an investment that all nail techs should be making. We should always be buying new colors, because you know, I know what happens. Like we go to the store and you feel like I already got these, but you know what? Even if you have a few duplicates, so what? You want your racks to look full at all times and like it's growing. Point it out, even if you know you already got the color, say, these are all new, even if it's a duplicate. These are all new, because you're not lying, they are all new. And which color should we even start with? I don't know. I just bought a little bit of everything because like even this color is like a gray, but it looks lavender, but it almost looks gray. I know grays are very on trend again this year. Green, everybody is asking for green. So that was one thing I did not have. It was a lot of green. So I've been working on my greens for the past year. So we have to pay attention to things from a standpoint of a business. And businesses always look and say, what is my competitive advantage? And so keeping on top of your inventory from different angles gives you competitive advantage. This right here is a gray, but it's a green gray. So I had to get that, you know. I always need those electric colors. So I got this one. It's different reasons why I bought it. This right here, I just thought it was gorgeous. A milky white, creamy beige kind of pink color. You know, different reasons. Like I said, shimmers are coming back. I noticed people are looking for shimmers more. So I've been slowly building shimmers, but I don't invest a ton into shimmers. But I've been slowly building them. You know, so that's an inexpensive way to do it. And design stuff. Like I'm always buying design stuff. So if you're not big on designs, you know, stuff like this. This is like some snakeskin print stickers. It's like one big sheet. So I'm always picking up those little things too. I've been just talking. Yeah, and we're different reds for sure because there is a spectrum of reds. And even though, and reds are coming back, I'm noticing a lot of younger girls starting to bust out with red. So you got to pay attention to what people are wearing too. When you're out, like the mail lady just dropped off the mail. She had on a reddish pink. It was popping. So I just came back from Puerto Rico, right? The other day, I noticed a lot of young girls that went on the trip with us, they all had on reds. And you know, back then, years ago, girls were saying red was old lady, but they're starting to wear red. So you need to pay attention to that and start building your red inventory, right? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. And it also depending on your location. Yeah. So it's just like keep your polish stocked. I know it's annoying because you will buy a color that you think is so pretty and nobody ever picks it. But don't worry because the point is you want to look like you have an inventory. Because I have had people come to me before and say, she was good, but she didn't hardly have any colors. Like she had the same old colors. And people pay attention to that. Believe it or not, people have said that to me before. When they started talking about what happened with the next person, the last person, I had heard that as a reason why people were like underwhelmed. You always want to overwhelm and wow your clients. Do you still have customers that are using regular polish? Maybe one or two. On their feet, yes, but they are all slowly converting over to gel. On the hands, no. Only one or two, and that's only when they are taking a break from gel. They'll just say, just give me a coat of something really sheer and bare and put some strengthener on there, and I just want my nails to heal for a minute. Other than that, it's all gel. So I guess my question is, in this video, are we doing this or not? So you see with all the money that we have to invest, all the things that we have to spend money on just buying regular supplies, right? Things that we want to do to upgrade, right? That's an upgrade. That costs money. Just to make this upgrade, what had to be bought? The shelf, all the pedicure supplies, the paraffin wax, the bags, you know, the hot stones, all of that. That one little upgrade costs hundreds of dollars. Buying these new color collections, that costs you money because everything is not D&D. You're going to always see a color like Morgan Taylor has some banging colors and OPI you just can't find in other brands. You have to buy it. And we know that OPI, a set, is $17 a set. So every time you pick a color, you're spending almost 20 bucks. You know, so with all this money that we're spending and that we're investing in our business, how can we afford not to go up? How can we afford to just keep our prices the same? With you keeping them on trend, with you providing snacks and different things, you know, with you, buying all this new design stuff, with you getting new capes and aprons and all the things that keep them coming to you, new lamps, new lights. How can you afford to keep your prices the same when everything else is constantly going up? We cannot. And so, yeah, I'm thinking about polishing my toes whole red. But we have to go up a few notches. We have to. It's inflation. The economy is about to crash because inflation is so ridiculously high. The people, and they know it. They can act like they don't, But everything else is gone up. They're paying more for ground beef. They're paying more for everything else. They know. But the problem is a lot of us don't run our business and look at our numbers. Oh, I think my people are here. They're not looking at their numbers properly, so they don't know to go up. And so a lot of people in our industry across the board, barbers, hairstylists, wax specialists, massage therapist, well, not massage therapists, but people are not going up when they should be going up. And so when one of us comes in and we're doing what we're supposed to do, then it's a problem. But you have to do it anyway, because the people who value you will stay with you. And if you're doing the things you're supposed to do, they know that you're worth it. It's just that simple. So I said, are we doing this or not? Meaning, are you going to sit there and keep buying all this stuff and keeping up on trend and keeping everything nice and neat and, keeping everything fresh and not using raggedy stuff or old stuff on them that can make them sick? Are we going to do the right thing and short ourselves? Or are we going to do the right thing and pass along the cost like our suppliers did? We have to pass along the cost. On top of everything that you just said, there were some new things I know I pointed out to you. And as you grow your business, you're going to want to upgrade. You're going to want to get the better drill, the better light, more polish racks. You might want to expand your polish area. All these things cost money. So, I was looking when I was in Puerto Rico, we were standing in the look out this window. I'm looking at the surveillance camera. I gotta see what's going on. We were standing in the lobby and looking at my cameras, y'all. I got cameras everywhere. Girl had on a set of nails. They were beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I said, those are so cute. She was like, oh, this girl did them. Da, da, da. I said, oh, how much were they? She was like, no, I didn't even ask. She said, the girl only charged me $60. Didn't I tell you all $60 was the magical number? This girl had an extra long set of acrylic with marble, custom marble in 6 of them, or maybe 4 or 5 of them. And then the other ones were ombre with custom acrylic. So it was like ombre into pink on some of the tips. And then some of them were ombre onto marble clear tips. Does that make sense? So the nails, some of the nails were clear with white marble at the tips, ombre. And then the other ones were ombre onto pink. Gorgeous. Good work, good acrylic work, everything. She said the girl charged $60. I said, here we go with these nail techs undervaluing themselves. $60. The set alone basically should have been more than $60. The set, and it was a coffin set. It was long. The set alone should have been like $80. That's just the base price, or $70. 75, 70, just on the base price. And if you all are kind of new to the channel, if you go back to some of my older videos, we actually did an exercise where we would call, I think it's called Name That Price. If anyone knows, just put it in the comments for those who may watch this later. But I think it was called Name Your Price. And in Name Your Price, what I did was I put up different sets of nails, and then I put the timer on, and everybody got a chance to guess how much and explain why they would charge what they would charge. And it was funny that some people were charging like really low, and some people were charging like almost 3 times higher than another nail tech. And that was a good exercise. And then I would come back in and say what I would charge and why. And it's not a thing to say you're right or you're wrong. It was just a good exercise to show how you should be breaking down your pricing, because the more you're doing to a nail, the more time you're spending on them, and time is money. And if you're spending too much time on a set and you're using all these specialty, remember we talked about investing in your business, you invested more money just to have these particular products, these particular tools. When you're doing stuff like that, you have some people use a smaller brush, you did all this extra stuff, but you charge them like you did it a regular way. If you start doing all that fancy stuff, you should not be charging that much. And some of these nail techs are really good, and they are not charging properly. And I've heard a lot of young girls say, oh, I don't care, I just like doing nails. You're saying that today because most of them don't have real responsibility. When you get a rent, mortgage, kids, and all this stuff, and car notes and things, it should matter. Most people that saying that they live at home or something, they don't really have no real bills. They got some government assistance going on, and I guess they can afford to do that. But if you really want to make some money, Go back and check out that video and understand why nail techs in the industry are charging what they charge. And then I did one big set at the end. I don't even think I did the set. Somebody reached out to me asking me if I could do the set and how much I would charge. And the final question was, how much should I tell her? And it ranged up towards 200 plus on the set, from like, I want to say like 75 to over 200 on the set. So what I want you all to do is try to find that video. And I'm telling you, it will really show you how you are undervaluing yourself, and the sets that you all are out here doing for $50 and $60. There are nail techs getting 200, 250 for that same set that you just set up there and worked on and did it for 60. And once you realize that and stop being afraid to lose people with the talent that you have, you will grow your business exponentially, because you are supplying your business exponentially. You are literally sitting up here exponentially pouring into your business, buying every new glitter, every new stone, every new this, every new that, but you are not taking up the price. And some of you all are so good. And I'm like, why is she charging that? Why? Just wondering. So somebody asked about the cape earlier. So they are available. It's a lot of them. I forgot. It's probably like 60 or 70 different choices, but this is the latest one. The designs. That's the one I'm currently wearing. I said I was going to order some more because I have some beauty supply stores interested in selling them. So I've just been so busy. But this is the one I'm currently wearing. I just showed you. I've been wearing it since I first showed it you all over a year ago, I think. And you see it's still in like perfect condition. I wash it all the time. So that is on chicagobeautysource.com. And let's see. Oh, hey, Colorbox said, how is that L? I'm like, I'm on my phone. How to price your nails. One from 1 year ago. Go back and look at that video. That was a really good exercise. That's when we were really in the mix and we were doing all kind of stuff on here. But that is a really good exercise to show you how what you're charging people $50, $60, that nail tech over there is getting $250. Literally. She really only paid for a short or medium plain set. Exactly. $60. Didn't I tell you all that's the magical price? And when I hear people say $60, I'm like, oh, I wish I could meet that nail tech and show her how much she's worth, because she is undercharging people and she's so talented. I hate to see that. Takenya said, I have the book. Awesome advice. Yay. Yay. I'm so glad you like. And I got to put some more recent material out. I just got to finish unpacking. Yeah. So that's that. Thank you so much, L Color Box, for putting that up there. And also, some of them think they want this as a career, but don't run it as one. Yeah, and they don't want to. They really don't. It's just they like it at the time, and they're going to burn out. Not everybody, but 90% are going to burn out because they're working so hard and they put so much work into these beautiful sets, and they're spending so much money buying more color acrylic, and they're going to start to see like, I'm working my butt off and I don't see the money. I spend it all partying and buying supplies. Get your supplies going up front so you can really start seeing your money. So then you can really take it to another level and start using this career to get some of the other things you want. Real estate, homes, things like that. Investing into things with the money. You want to start seeing the money on a level where you can start to really see the fruits of your labor beyond being able to go shopping or going to turn up with your friends. You want to have some real money. Average good nail tech, when they're really into it, because I'm kind of like winding down out of my career, but really a really good nail tech who's really on it and doing what they're supposed to do and really got a decent clientele and charging their worth and have taken the time to build and match up with the right people can easily make $2,500 or more a week. Easily. I know, I can't think of her name, but it's a nail tech off the West Coast. And She sells her own acrylic line too. I cannot think of her name. She just opened a salon a few years ago. She has all this social media, but I haven't been watching her recently. But I know one day I went live with her. I was on her live and she was just, watch me work sort of thing. And the set that she did on this girl was like a medium coffin with some stones on like 4 nails. And her and the girl weren't vibing. I don't know why, but something happened. But at the end of that, she said it out loud. Like the girl was like, okay, my boyfriend's outside. How much? And she was just like, 225. No blink, nothing. Like 225 or whatever. It was like over 200. And it was like, whoa, she just charged her 200 and something dollars for this set. It was beautiful, but it was just a medium coffin set with some big stones on like 4. I was like, wow. But how can I be mad if she's getting it? You know why? Because she built her brand and the girl paid her and tipped her because she had the camera down like this. And so we saw it. The girl put the money down and everything was like, okay, thank you. And she just got up and left. I think her and the girl had bumped heads about something, but that girl still paid her money. You know what I'm talking about? I can't think of her name. But she's charging. Why can't I think of her name? Then it's another nail tech. I don't want to misquote, but there's another nail tech who has a whole book of her prices. And I was like, wow, that's doing a lot for me. But hey, if that's what floats her boat, she had a whole book printed out of her prices and she has it broken down so detailed. It's like her sets are in the 200, 150, 200 range too. The nail techs are out here getting it. If you are really good and you know what you're doing, if you're going to do that type of acrylic work and stuff on people, charge. I thought that was a bit much, but it was like her book was broken down to the point of stones. Like, do you want medium stones? And then it was like 1 stone, 2 stone, 3 stone, 4 stone, 5 stone. You want regular stones, medium. You want Swarovski stones, mediums. Like she had it broken down to like the size of the stone per how many do you want? Like literally she's counting them out. And did you want Swarovski crystals or did you want like the other ones? It was a book. I could not believe that. I was like, wow. I don't even have time to break it down that far. Yeah, that color acrylic is inconvenient, but that's where everything is moving towards. I have a love-hate relationship with color acrylic because once you do it's just color acrylic, you do the work up front, because once you do all the work up front, you just fouling and buffing and putting clear on. But the color acrylic is iffy because some of it is all inconsistent. It's all different. So it's weird. What do you do to get rid of the scratches after filing acrylic before polish? Do you use a buffer? What do you do to get rid of the scratches after filing acrylic before polish? Yes, I do use a buffer. I do. So I'm going to file the nails to get, to flush out around the cuticle and edges. First, I'm going to shape real quick, really pull the shape in, crisp. Then I'm going to take my drill and go around the cuticle and I go with the file, the E-file, and that's another thing. In order to have good acrylic, this is a little trick that I learned working in an Asian salon, just sitting hours and hours and hours with them. A lot of us are getting uneven acrylic because we are lifting our E-file up when we're filing. You should have a good stance and a good position in pivoting off your pinky or your ring finger. And when you're pulling that drill down, if you have a steady hand, you should pull it all the way down to the end. If you are skipping with your drill, you're going zzz, 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 that's how you start getting gashes and unevenness. So you have to have really good control of your drill and be able to, once you touch down with that drill, sometimes it's something you have to come up, but try to pull it all the way down to the end. So you have a even filing all the way down, and then you hit it with the buffer. You should not have to buff that. I see so many nail techs buffing the crap out of nails. You should not. And I'm gonna show you all what I mean. If you go to the discount salons, you see they only hit the nails once or twice, or maybe just next one. Boom, 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 boom. I'm really gonna do like a start to finish nail prep, then a start to finish before polish, like routine, just to show you how quickly you want to move, and little tips and tricks on how to get your acrylic done quickly, evenly, and long lasting. So yes, I do use a buffer, but not that much. It just is really just like a formality. Doesn't take a lot of buffing. Acrylics. I forgot to mention I'm licensed now. Very recent. Yay. Congratulations. You are licensed. You are licensed. And you know, once you get that license, it's yours for the rest of your life. And that's what I think people don't, I don't know why people put it off. It's the cheapest license in the industry to get, and it's the shortest license to get. And you have it forever for the rest of your life. Congratulations. 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 That is a big deal. And you will have your license for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. You know, you just have to get a few CEU hours, and you can do most of that online. And what I'm telling you is it's so crazy. After you get your CEU hours, the first couple years was every other year. It's the same 20 questions. I literally will sit up on my phone and just A, B, D, 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 A, B, B, B. Okay, congratulations, you got your CEU hours. Because it's the same questions every 2 years. The CEU hour questions online are the same exact questions. So that's all you do is you pay your little $50, $60, and you're licensed forever. And even if it lapses, you still just pay. I know here in Illinois, you might pay a little bit more, and you have to write a letter stating that you don't owe child support, and you pay it, and then they mail you, well, they email you your license now. So yes, marked, one and done. Congratulations. Looking at my cameras. Okay. Hey, Neil Charmer. People are celebrating you. So I think I've been on here long enough, and what I need to do, I heard the dryer just in. I got to finish washing. I have, and if not, this is fine. If not, this is fine. But let me ask you a question, because I literally have too much stuff, and I'm trying to minimalize things. I'm just trying not to keep a lot of stuff. So you remember before we were doing the auctions and things. So you all remember this? Who remembers this board? This board right here. This is when we were trying to open a salon with $20,000. That's what that's from. This right here, these are a lot of supplies and things that I have. And I need to start moving through a lot of this stuff, even though I use it, but it's just like a lot of stuff that I want to kind of push through. So what I was thinking was, would you all like to do some sort of auction? Remember we used to do the auctions? If so, what time is it? Like, I would probably come back in like 2 hours and do a quick auction. Do you remember the auctions? And I'm thinking I would start the auctions at $20, shipping included. I'll show you what's in the box, and then people bid. A straight up auction. We used to do those all the time on this channel. So I'm trying to move through some things. So just let me know. If not, I will not do it. So let me know really, really quick.
Now available at www.chicagobeautysource.com. Again, that's www.chicagobeautysource.com.
There's a cat. My neighbor's house caught on fire, and he had a lot of cats. So all his cats are like just running around the neighborhood, and one is up on my porch. I think I'm gonna shoo it away because somebody let one of them in one day, and now I think the word has spread to all the other cats that they can come in. So I think I got to talk to him through the microphone, like shoo, shoo, shoo. Yeah. No, I don't think I know what it was. Nail supplies. Yeah, I actually have a lot of supplies because I have an online supply store, but I have bought a lot of things. Um, just some things I ship directly myself and some things I drop ship. So that's the thing. It's like some of this stuff I'm like I might have bought a little bit too much. So yeah. You said, I'm always down. Minding mine now. If she jumps into the auction, I just want to let you all know that she is very aggressive. Okay. Very aggressive. So you got to make sure your internet connection is on point because she will knock everybody out. I didn't even have to answer questions when I renewed this year. They just told me I needed to buy this book and confirm something and they renewed mine. So easy. Yeah, girl. It's like a joke. It's not even. And I think after so long, I think I'm about to be grandfathered. I should be grandfathered at some point because it's been a long time for me. I will try my best to log back on. I don't know what this means. Vark. Is this is my moderator in here? You remember? Yeah. Take the cat to the shelter. The owner may be looking for it. No, 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 you don't understand. They had like 20 cats and they made like a little door for the cat. I talked to the neighbor. He knows they're running around his neighborhood. He's trying to figure out some things. It's a lot of cats in this neighborhood, but I'm kind of okay with it because to me, cats keep away rodents. But I'll go back there and I'll put some food out, not by my door because I've done that before and you don't want to do that. But I put food out there on the back, but I just don't want them on coming up on this porch because what happened was somebody, one of the people that were here, one of the guests here, actually, I saw it on camera, let the cat in. And then the cleaning person said that they saw some damage to my rug. They said it looked like a cat had been in the corner, like clawing my rug. And I should have said something. I actually should have charged them for that. So I don't want these cats around here, thinking that they can sit up on the porch and play That Was Me and have my guest let them in, feeling sorry for them because the cats are damaging my property. And the next guests are here. So that's why. And it's a lot of them. It's not just one, two, it's not even three or four. See, the cat is sitting up there, and here come the new guest. And they're trying to see these cats. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. It's like there's like, oh, a homeless cat, take me in. Then they come in and spray all over your darn house. So I'm just trying to make sure they're not letting these cats in. Okay. So that's the reason why. Trust me, it's always a reason why. I actually like cats, but it's a lot of them. He has so many, I couldn't even count them all. It was like a lot. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. I'm going to try to come back with an auction. It may just be like 2 or 3 boxes. And I think it will be fun. Okay? And they're in. Cool. All right. Well, I'll catch you all soon. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing any comments. I'm going to catch you all really, really soon. And you all be good. And just think about what I said, okay? All right. Bye.